In earlier lecture, we discussed Chinese remainder theorem and its proof. Also, we discussed examples on linear congruences and how to solve linear congruences for the value of x. In today's lecture, we discuss some examples of Chinese remainder theorem. So before that, recall the Chinese remainder theorem. Let n1, n2, nr be positive integers such that greatest common divisor of ni nj is equals to 1 for I not equals to j. Then the system of linear congruences x is congruent to a1 modulo n1, x is congruent to a2 modulo n2, up to and so on, x is congruent to ar modulo nr, has a simultaneous solution which is unique modulo the integer of product of this integer, that is n1 into n2 up to and so on into nr. So here n1, n2, nr, these are the positive integers and all are co-primes, means if you choose any two integers among these, their greatest common divisor is 1. And the given system of linear congruence is x is congruent to a1 modulo n1, x is congruent to a2 modulo n2, up to and so on, x is congruent to ar modulo nr, where a1, a2 up to ar, these are integers, n1, n2 up to nr, these are also integers. Here we have to solve this system for the value of x. So this system contains exactly r congruence equations, and this system possesses simultaneous solution and it is unique modulo the product of this integer n1, n2 up to nr. So let's start example. So example 4.9, solve the system of linear congruences x congruent to 2 modulo 3, x congruent to 3 modulo 5, x congruent to 2 modulo 7. So in this system there are three congruences. First one is x is congruent to 2 modulo 3, second one x is congruent to 3 modulo 5, and last one is x is congruent to 2 modulo 7. Comparing this congruence with this congruence in theorem. So here we obtain a1 is equals to 2, a2 is equals to 3 and a3 is equals to 2. Also n1 is equals to 3, n3 is equals to 7 and n2 is equals to 5. So now product of these integers n1 into n2 into n3, that is equals to n. So therefore n is equals to n1 multiplied by n2 multiplied by n3, which is equals to 105. So product of this integer is 105. Now we calculate our capital Ni's. So capital N1 is equals to n upon n1. This we discussed in proof of the Chinese remainder theorem. So solution of, while solving this system of congruences, the solution is just proceeded as whatever we proceed in proof of Chinese remainder theorem. So similarly here n1 is equals to n by n1. So here in this product n1 is omitted. So n1 is equals to n2 multiplied by n3, that is 5 into 7, 35, or rather than 105 by 3, that is equals to 35. Similarly n2 is equals to 105 by 5. So n upon n2, value of n2 is 5. So while finding n2, we omit n2 from this product. So product of n1 into n3, that is 3 into 7 is 21. Similarly, n3 is 105 by 7 is equals to 15. So while finding n3, we omit n3 from this product. So n1 into n2, this is also same, 3 into 5, that is equals to 15. So now here we have three things: values of AIs, values of NIs, and value of capital N1, capital N2, capital N3. They are respectively 35, 21, 15. Now we have to find the solutions of congruences. So as in proof of the Chinese remainder theorem, here also we proceed. So NIx is congruent to 1 modulo NI, where I varies from 1 to 3. So capital N1, value of capital N1 is 35. 35x1 is congruent to 1 modulo value of small n1 is 3. So 35x1 is congruent to 1 modulo 3. So this implies 35x1 is congruent to 1 minus 36. Remember here 36 is what? Multiple of 3. 3 times 12. So either we subtract or add such that this 35 divides this sum or difference. So 35x1 is congruent to 1 minus 36 modulo 3. So 1 minus 36 is minus 35. So we obtained here 35x1 is congruent to minus 35 modulo 3. This implies x1 is congruent to minus 1 modulo 3. So 35 upon minus 35 upon 35, that is minus 1. Hence x1 is equals to minus 1 is a solution of congruence 35x congruent to 1 modulo 3. So we obtain solution for this congruence. Now we obtain solution for next congruence for the value of n2 and value of small n2. So value of capital N2 is 21. So 21 x2 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. Here we substitute value of n2 in this equation. So value of n2 is 21, 1 as it is, modulo value of small n2 is 5. So 21 x2 is congruent to 1 modulo 5, but 21 doesn't divide 1. So in this congruence we add multiple of 5's or we subtract multiple of 5's in 1 such that our 21 divides this sum or difference. So here multiple of 5, 4 into 5, 1 plus 4 into 5, that is 1 plus 20, and 1 plus 20 is 21. So 21 x2 is congruent to 21 modulo 5. This implies x2 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. Therefore x2 is equals to 1 is solution of congruence 21x congruent to 1 modulo 5. Now next we have to find in this congruence capital N3x is congruent to 1 modulo n3, small n3. So value of capital N3 is 15. So 15x is congruent to 1 modulo 7, where value of small n3 is 7. So here also same, we have to add, as 15 doesn't divide 1. So to find value of x3, we add multiple of 7's until unless 15 doesn't divide the sum. So here I add, then obtain 15x3 is congruent to 1 plus 2 multiplied by 7 modulo 7. So 2 into 7 14, 14 plus 1 15. So 15x3 is congruent to 15 modulo 7. This implies x3 is congruent to 1 modulo 7. So therefore x3 is equals to 1 is a solution of the congruence 15x congruent to 1 modulo 7. So here we obtain three solutions. Here we obtain x1 is equals to minus 1, x2 is equals to 1, and also x3 is equals to 1. Hence the simultaneous solution is Now simultaneous solution is this. In proof of Chinese remainder theorem, we denote this as x bar. X bar is equals to a1 n1 x1 plus a2 n2 x2 plus a3 n3 x3 plus and so on, ar xn xr nr. So here three congruences. So x is equals to a1 capital N1 x1 plus a2 capital N2 x2 plus a3 capital N3 x3. So this is a simultaneous solution. So value of a1 is 2, value of n1 is 35 and value of x1 is -1. So 2 multiplied by 35 multiplied by -1 plus value of at is 3 multiplied by value of n2 is 21 multiplied by value of x2 is 1. So 3 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 1 plus value of a3 is 2 multiplied by value of n3 is 15 multiplied by value of x3 is 1. So 2 multiplied by 15 multiplied by 1. So this multiplication is -73 into 21, 63 multiplied by 1, that is 63. So 15 into 2 into 1, 30, and this calculation is 23. So therefore x is congruent to 23 modulo 105. This is the solution for the given system of congruences. Now next we discuss problem set 4.4, in which example number 4, solve the following sets of linear congruences. There are 3 examples. X is congruent to 1 modulo 3, x is congruent to 2 modulo 5, x is congruent to 3 modulo 7. Second example, x is congruent to 5 modulo 11, x is congruent to 14 modulo 29, x is congruent to 15 modulo 31. Third, x is congruent to 5 modulo 6, x is congruent to 4 modulo 11, x is congruent to 3 modulo 17. So let's have solution of first solution to A. So given congruence system is x is congruent to 1 modulo 3, x is congruent to 2 modulo 5, x is congruent to 3 modulo 7. So from this system we have value of a1 is 1, value of a2 is 2, value of a3 is 3, 1, 2 and 3, and value of n1 is 3, value of n2 is 5 and value of small n3 is 7. So n1 equals to 3, n2 equals to 5 and n3 is equal to 7. So therefore small n is equals to product of this, that is 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7, which is equals to 105. Now capital N1 is equals to n upon n1, which is equals to 105 upon 3, which is equals to 35. n2 is equals to n upon small n2, that is 105 upon 5, which is equals to 21. Capital N3 is equals to 105 upon 7, that is equals to 15. Now we have to find solution of the congruences. So first we find solution of each congruence, means we have find value of x1, value of x2, value of x3 for this respect to congruences, and using that solutions we obtained simultaneous solution. So let's proceed. Nix is congruent to 1 modulo small ni, where I varies from 1 to 3. So for I is equals to 1, capital N1 x is congruent to 1 modulo small n1. Value of capital N1 is 35. So 35 x1 is congruent to 1 modulo 3, as value of small n1 is 3. So this implies 35 x1 is congruent to 1 minus 36 modulo 3, as 35 doesn't divide 1. So we subtract multiple of 3, that is 3 into 12. So 1 minus 36, which is equals to minus 35, and this congruence gives x1 is equals to minus 1 modulo 3. Hence x1 is equals to minus 1 is a solution of 35x congruent to 1 modulo 3. Similarly, n2x is congruent to 1 modulo small n2. Value of n2 is 21, value of small n2 is 5. So 21x2 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. So as in earlier example, this gives solution x2 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. Therefore x2 is equals to 1 is a solution to the congruence 21x congruent to 1 modulo 5. Next, capital N3x is congruent to 1 modulo small n3. Value of capital N3 is 15. So 15x3 is congruent to 1 modulo 7 as value of small n3 is 7. So we add multiple of 7 in this one such that 15 divides this quantity. So x3 is congruent to 1 modulo 7 as here I added 2 times 7, that is 1 plus 14, which is equals to 15. So 15x3 is congruent to 15 modulo 7, which imply x3 is congruent to 1 modulo 7. So therefore x3 is equals to 1 is the solution to the congruence 15x congruent to 1 modulo 7. So here we obtained solutions of respect to congruences for x1 is equals to -1, x2 is equals to 1 and x3 is equals to 1. So therefore the simultaneous solution of the given system of congruences is x is equals to a1 n1 x1 plus a2 n2 x2 plus a3 n3 x3. So value of a1 is 1. 1 multiplied by 35 multiplied by -1. Similarly, substituting value of a2 n2 x2 in this, so we obtain plus 2 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 1 plus value of a3 3 multiplied by value of n3 15, value of x3 is 1. So 3 multiplied by 15 multiplied by 1. This implies product of these quantities -35 plus 42 plus 45, which gives 52. So x is equals to 52. Therefore x is congruent to 52 modulo 105. This is the solution. Now next example. Solve the following linear congruence. 13x is congruent to 71 modulo 380. So we solve this linear congruence in two ways, either using Chinese remainder theorem or either using theorem number 4.7, like to find all incongruent solutions, as in earlier lecture we discussed that examples. But how to solve using Chinese remainder theorem? Here value of n is so large, so it is cumbersome to solve this equation using theorem 4.7. So here we have to use Chinese remainder theorem. Whenever your n is large, try to use Chinese remainder theorem to find solution of such congruence. So first we factorize 380. So factorization of 380 is, since 380 is equals to 4 into 5 into 19. So solving this congruence is same as solving the system of linear congruences. 13x is congruent to 71 modulo 4, 30x is congruent to 71 modulo 5, 30x is congruent to 71 modulo 19. So as here n is large, so whenever n is your large quantity, so it is cumbersome to solve this equation in general way. That's why here we use Chinese remainder theorem. So first we factorize this n. this n is equals to 4 into 5 into 19, that is n1, n2, n3, and generate a system of congruence with the help of these ni's. So the new system is 13x is congruent to 1, 71 modulo 4, this is value of n1. 30x is congruent to 71 modulo 5, 30x is congruent to 71 modulo 19, where 19, 5 and 4 are factor of 3. It is treated as values as n1, n2, n3. So solving this system is same as solving this congruence, 13x congruent to 71 modulo 3t. So now let's proceed. Also we convert this system in simple form. I mean to say, this congruence 13x is congruent to 71 modulo 4. We reduce this congruence, we also reduce this congruence, we also reduce this congruence for our simplicity. So let's proceed. Now 13x is congruent to 71 modulo 44. So 13 doesn't divide 71. So multiplying on both sides by 4, we obtain, after dividing 4, what remains here? 1x. After dividing 71 by 4, what remains here? 3. So as 13 is congruent to 1 modulo 4 and 71 is congruent to 3 modulo 4, therefore this equation implies 1x is congruent to 3 modulo 4. Why? Because 13 is congruent to 1 modulo 4 and 71 is congruent to 3 modulo 4. Call this as equation 1. Now next congruence is 13x congruent to 71 modulo 5. So here 13 is congruent to 3 modulo 5 and 71 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. So this implies 3x is congruent to 1 modulo 5. 3x is congruent to 1 modulo 5, which imply x is congruent to 2 modulo 5. So as 3 doesn't divides 1, so we add in 1 multiple of 5. So 1 plus 5, that is 6. So 3x is congruent to 6 modulo 5. This implies x is congruent to 2 modulo 5. Now third congruence is 13x is congruent to 71 modulo 19. So 13 doesn't divide 71. So this implies 13x is congruent to 71 minus 19 modulo 19. So here we subtract multiple of 19, that is 19, from 71, such that we obtain 13x is congruent to 52 modulo 19, which imply x is congruent to 4 modulo 19. Call this as equation 3. So here we reduce all these 3 congruences. So first congruence reduced to x is congruent to 3 modulo 4, second one is x is congruent to 2 modulo 5, and last one is x is congruent to 4 modulo 19. So now we arrive at new system of linear congruences with equation 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. So in first comparing this system, now comparing this system with the standard system, whatever in the statement in Chinese-Mandarin theorem. So we obtain n1 is 4, n2 is 5, n3 is 19, and product of this quantity is 380. So n is equal to 380. Also a1 is equals to 3, a2 is equals to 4, and a3 is equals to 5. So therefore capital N1 is equals to 380 upon small n1. So 380 upon 4, that is equals to 95. capital N2 is equals to 380 upon small n2, that is 380 upon 5, which is equals to 76. Capital N3 is equals to 380 upon small n3, so 380 upon 19, that is equals to 20. So other than this, n1 is equals to n2 into 19, that is 95. Capital N2 is equals to n1 into n3, that is 19 into 4, 76. n3 is equals to n1 into n2, that is 5 into 4, 20. So now we have values of ni's, values of ai's, values of capital N1, capital N2 and capital N3. Now we will find solution of the congruences. This, which congruences? These three congruences obtained in equation 1, 2 and 3. So therefore nix is congruent to 1 modulo ni for I is equals to 1, 2, 3. So for I equals to 1, n1x is congruent to 1 modulo n1. Value of n1 is 95. So 95x1 is congruent to 1 modulo 4. Value of n1 is 4. This implies, so 95 doesn't divide 1. So we obtain 95x1 is congruent to 1 minus 96. 96 is multiple of 4. So 4 times 24. So we either subtract or add multiple of 4 in 1 such that our 95 should divide this quantity. So 95x1 is congruent to minus 95 modulo 4. So x1 is equals to minus 1. Hence x1 is equals to minus 1 is solution of congruence 95 x1 congruent to 1 modulo 4. Now for I is equals to 2, capital N2x is congruent to 1 modulo N2. Value of N2 is 5, value of capital N2 is 76. So 76x2 is congruent to 1 modulo 5, but 76 doesn't divide 1. So this implies 76x2 is congruent to 1 plus 75. Here we add multiple of 5, that is 5.25 times 25 in 1 such that 76 should divide this sum. So we obtained 76x2 is congruent to 1 plus 75 modulo 5, which implies 76x2 is congruent to 76 modulo 5, which gives x2 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. Therefore x2 is equals to 1 is solution of 76x2 congruent to 1 modulo 5. Now for I is equals to 3, capital N3x is congruent to 1 modulo small n3. Value of capital N3 is 20, value of small n3 is 19. So 20x3 is congruent to 1 modulo 19. Here we add multiple of 19 in 1 such that this 20 should divide this sum. So therefore 20x3 is congruent to 1 plus 19 modulo 19, which imply 20x3 is congruent to 20 modulo 19, which imply x3 is equals to 1 modulo 19. Hence x3 is equals to 1 is the solution of 20x congruent to 1 modulo 19. Hence the simultaneous solution is x is equals to summation ai xi ni. I varies from 1 to 3. So substituting values of a1, x1 and capital N1 in this equation, we obtain x is equals to minus 53. So therefore x is equals to minus 53 modulo 380 is the simultaneous solution. So this is a Chinese remainder theorem and examples on Chinese remainder theorem. So in next lecture we discuss new topic, congruence in two variables, means, and some examples on that. After that we discuss some like exercise questions, and then we proceed our next important topic, Fermat's theorem. Thank you.